Hi everyone, my name is Rahul Randive and today we are going to see how to configure long-term retention LTR backup for SQL Managed Instance using Azure Portal and Azure CLI command. In this video, we will explore the process of configuring long-term backup retentions and viewing the backup. By using the long-term retentions LTR feature, you can store specified SQL database and SQL Managed Instance full backups in the Azure Blob Storage with configured redundancy for up to 10 years. So let's do that first from the Azure portal. Here, I'm connected to the Azure portal and navigated to the SQL Managed Instance. In the Azure portal, select your Manage instance and then clicks on the Backups. On the Retentions Policy tab, select the database in which you want to set or modify long-term retentions policy. Changes will not apply to any database left unselected in case if you have a number of databases in the list. In my case, I just have one database at this moment which I have selected. In the Configure Policy pane, specify your desired retention period for weekly, monthly, or yearly backup. It is important to note that when you enable a long-term backup retentions policy, it may take up to 7 days for the first backup to become visible and available to restore. So for the long-term retention pane, please provide the desired value for weekly backups according to your requirement. Once you enter the desired value, you have to hit the apply button and the deployments will take place. As you can see, the deployment is completed successfully. To verify long-term backup, you can come back to the backup to the retentions policy tab and you can see the retentions policy configured here. Now, if you would like to configure the LTR backup using the Azure CLI, here is the way and command to do that. You can open a bash console from the portal itself. Click on the Cloud Shell console and the window will appear at the bottom of the page. You can select a bash console from the drop-down and execute the bash command here. You can expand the window using the maximize button here. Let's execute the AZ SQL MIDB show command to get the details of SQL Managed Instance database. In this command, I have passed the resource group name, the managed instance name, and the subscriptions ID to get the details. Now, let's run the AZ SQL MIDB policy set command to create an LTR policy. In this example, set the retentions policy for 2 weeks, 1 year for yearly backup, and this command also give the week in which to take the yearly LTR backup. As you can see, the command executes successfully and it has configured the LTR backup. Now, let's run AZ SQL MIDB LTR policy show command to view the LTR policy for a single database within an instance. In this command, I have passed the resource group name, the managed instance name, and the database name. And finally, let's execute AZ SQL MIDB LTR backup list command to view the LTR backup within an instance. In this command, I have passed the resource group name, the locations of managed instance, and the managed instance name. So this is how we learn how to manage SQL Managed Instance long-term backup retention. So overall, the LTR backup feature in Azure SQL Managed Instance provides an additional layer of data protections and retentions flexibility for your managed database. With LTR backups, you can return backup for durations longer than the regular backups, which help meet the regulatory compliance requirements or business policies that demands longer data retention period. By having longer retention period with LTR backups, you can ensure compliance with data retentions regulations and have additional backup copies for disaster recovery scenarios. Thanks for watching.